Good afternoon and welcome to our latest webinar focusing on the Edge Estimator, the all-in-one takeoff and estimating solution. My name is Dave Chapman and I'm the sales director with the Edge. My contact number and information is on the screen, so if you can't make the whole webinar or you missed it entirely and are now watching it on YouTube, please feel free to reach out to me directly if you have any questions. As I mentioned, I'm with the Edge and we work primarily with specific subcontractor trades, primarily roofing, interiors and exteriors, fireproofing, and painting. Those are our key trades, and I'd like to talk to you about what sets us apart from any of the other estimating or takeoff platforms that are available out there in those realms. Some of the main points I'm going to hit on are the importance of having a single platform that combines both takeoff and estimating into one solution. I'll also be touching on the importance of having cloud-based data, how that helps you with security. I'll also talk to you about trade-specific features that we have and how those help you out. I'll also be talking about the importance of having a multi-location collaboration feature, especially in today's workplace scenario. What we offer for mobile solutions to communicate between the office and the field is another point. Lastly, we'll touch on the importance of integrations with other softwares, specifically accounting softwares, project management softwares. Okay. So the Edge, unlike many of our competitors, is a single platform for both takeoff and estimating. This means that as you're doing your takeoff, changes to the material quantities, labor production rates are being made in real time. Also, you don't need to worry about transferring any data from a takeoff program to either an Excel spreadsheet or some other estimating software. The other thing to bring up here is if you need to make changes to your takeoff after your initial estimate is done. If you cut and paste from, say, one wall into another wall or one roof condition into another condition, the changes happen automatically in the Edge. In other methods and takeoff programs, you'll need to relink or re-enter your quantities again into your estimating software. This is where mistakes usually happen, like transposing numbers or mistakenly making the wrong changes to your original bid. The next thing to talk about, and this is even more important today, and something that sets the Edge apart from most of our competitors, is having cloud-based data. I have this as my second point, but this could easily be considered one of the most important things to talk about. In today's situation with problems like ransomware, having your data stored off-site at a secure location is vital to your data safety. Having your estimates saved locally on your desktop or laptop, or even on your own network/server, leaves them extremely vulnerable to attacks, or even the potential to accidentally deleting and losing something. That's a potential risk if your data is stored locally. With the Edge, having your data stored in the cloud keeps it in a secure location that is backed up in multiple areas for data redundancy. That means it's also being backed up multiple times for increased security. Another large point about that cloud storage is the ability to access your data or bids from any machine. So for instance, your laptop melts down, or if you left it at the office and now you need to work on a bid from home, you can log in from another machine, access the cloud, and there's all of your bid data. My next point leads to another huge advantage of having the Edge because of the cloud storage, and that's multi-location collaboration. The Edge collaboration tools, these allow multiple users to work inside of the same estimate if you need to. For instance, in our interior trades, we may have one estimator that's working on the walls and another working on ceilings, or in roofing, one estimator working on the flat work while another may be doing waterproofing or something like that. The Edge will let each estimator check out their own specific part of the bid that they need to work on. This can also be done if your estimators are working in different locations, or heaven forbid, there's a COVID issue and someone needs to be working from home but still being productive. Having the Edge allows this to work. It really became apparent during the lockdown in 2020 how important this feature was. Now, you don't have to worry about bids being emailed back and forth, wondering who has the original, who has the Delta versions. The Edge also has a check-in, check-out process, almost like checking out a book from a library, to help assure that people aren't overwriting work that someone else did. You're checking out your part of the job, only you can work on it until you check it back in, then someone can check it out or you could check it out from another location if you need to. In the last couple of years, we've noticed that the ability to have multiple people working on the same bid from different areas has been one of the biggest features requested when we do demos, especially from people that are using our competitor software. Now, one of the other things I'd like to touch on is how the Edge has trade-specific features for those trades that I mentioned that we specialize in. One of the things we've seen contractors struggling with is getting their generic estimating software to see things the way they do, to use their terminology. With the Edge, if you're an interior contractor, as you build your assemblies or conditions, it will ask you questions like you would when you're building a wall. What kind of steel for framing, what kind of insulation, what type of board you're using, what level finish you're doing. Same goes for roofing and fireproofing contractors, what type of roof you're putting on. If it's a single ply, if it's a built up roof, it'll ask questions specific to the type of roof that you're doing. The Edge also has trade specific plugins. If you're a roofer, do you need to build a tapered insulation layout? Do you need a cut list and layout for a standing seam roof? Interior contractors, do you need EIFS specific terminology, painting, and so on? Also, we'll have lookups populated with products specific to your trade, so not a lot of useless garbage in there. If you're doing a roofing estimate and you want to see a list of membrane types, that's all you'll see, not products that have nothing to do with what you're building. This is important for streamlining your estimating profit and not having confusing lists of materials to look through. All right. On a home stretch of features that help make the Edge ultimately the best bidding solution out there is having effective, easy to use options for communication between the office and the field. The Edge has a plug-in product called Edge On Site, which is an app that runs on the iOS, so any iPad or any iPhone. This app allows the office to share specs, goals, plans, checklists, and things like that with the field, and in turn, allow the field to track what's been completed, how long it's taken, and be able to communicate that back to the office. This is an extremely foreman-friendly tool that we get a lot of positive feedback from. We'll help train your people how to use it, and we'll help you get it implemented correctly. Best part is the more that it gets used, the more we see how contractors want it to be used, and we respond accordingly with feature requests. And it's important to have a software company that's nimble with those requests. Same goes for the Edge in general. How you'd like to have your how would you like to have your software provider listen to what you'd like it to do for you and respond with changes? That's another big thing we're hearing from our competitors is the lack of response when you find a bug or you have a wish. Another way the Edge helps with communication between the office and the field, or even with the office within the office, is some of our cloud reporting features. These are reports that we provide that anyone with a username or password can view from any device with a browser. No Edge license or seats required. Someone can be in the field on their Android phone and be able to pull up a stocking report or a production report because of the cloud reporting. This is a great feature, and we help you or the customer build any custom reports that you might want to create for communication with your team. Lastly, before we end this, I want to talk to you about the importance of integrations. The Edge plays nice with a lot of other softwares out there because of our open API. But specifically, we have a seamless integration with our parent company, Foundation Software's accounting program. This just helps us streamline the creation of bid information from the Edge to Foundation without worrying about data entry errors or things like that. If you'd like to learn more about that, please let us know. Here on this slide that's up, you should be able to see a list of some of the other softwares in the Foundation family. We have our Foundation accounting software, McCormick, which is another awesome estimating software specifically for electrical, mechanical, and plumbing contractors. Our HQ suite, payroll for construction. We have the Edge, and we have the WorkMax timekeeping solution as well. So if you have any questions or if you need more information about any of these products, please feel to reach out to us. I appreciate it. I tried to make this a quick webinar, so we don't take up a lot of time, but hopefully we delivered some good information. I thank you for your time, and I hope you all have a great finish to the year. Take care.